Hey there guys, Next-Gen Striker here back again for another video, and today we are going to be talking about Young Justice Season 3, or as it is now known as Young Justice Outsiders. So yes, I have heard your pleas and cries in the comments section. I know you guys have been wanting another Young Justice video, and today we're going to be covering everything you need to know about Young Justice in 2018. And I'm recording this on January the 17th of 2018. So, of course, new information, new things are going to come out. As a matter of fact, I'd say in probably a few months, at the very latest Comic-Con, we're going to be seeing some footage, screenshots, new information. So, when all that hits, yeah, there's going to be new videos and more information given time. But anyway, yeah. Let's just jump right into this. There's a ton of information, and what really held me off from making a new video was that I simply did not know that there was this much information that I had yet to talk about or even know about. So, there's literally so much information to cover that I just had to make a Word document on it because there's a lot. So if I miss any, feel free to let me know. Thank you, Young Justice Wiki, for providing all this information, because otherwise there's no way I would have been able to get all this. So, yeah, gotta cite your sources. But anyway, so I'm just going to go down the list here. I listed out, and there's a lot of interesting stuff. So, we're going to try and discuss it as we go along. But again, there's a lot. So, if you guys could please like the video, share it to your friends if they're Young Justice fans, because this is going to have everything you need to know. And just my thoughts, opinions. I might make some separate videos on some of these ideas and information dropped in here because they could make for some interesting videos. So anyway, like the video, hit the notification bell if you want to see more Young Justice, and that's enough of an introduction. Let's get into it. So, first things first, everyone probably knows this. Showrunners from the previous seasons are returning to Young Justice Season 3. That would be Greg Weisman and Brandon Vete. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his last name. I'm sorry if I get it wrong. So yeah, Greg Weisman, known for The Spectacular Spider-Man as well as Young Justice, so he's awesome. Outsiders will pick up story elements from the past two seasons, which we already knew that, as well as the tie-in comics. Now this has me interested because I know a lot of you haven't read the tie-in comics, and I don't know, I'm just curious to see where they go with that. That should be interesting. So catch up on that if you haven't already. The lead Young Justice character designer has also returned. I mean, you know, we've got returning people. It's normal stuff. So here's one that a lot of people will definitely want to know. So Outsiders will be returning in the fourth quarter of 2018 on the exclusive DC streaming service. Now, I don't know if this has a name. I Googled it and I didn't see a name, but maybe it does. Alongside the new Harley Quinn animated series and the Titans live action series. Now, I don't know what the release dates on those are. You know, they could not all come out at the same time, but I'm assuming that they're getting all of them ready to launch it, because otherwise they'd have, one new series or two new series on there? Yeah, they want to pack in the content, obviously. So, yeah, they're all going to be on the new DC streaming service, fourth quarter of 2018. The story will time skip a few years ahead. Now, it's just keeping with the theme. They feel like this is the best way to tell a story and to follow the characters after big events happen. Outsiders will have 26 episodes, which is the same length as Season 1. Now, Season 2 had 20 episodes, so we are getting more content. And this is important to note as well. I'm assuming they're keeping the episodes roughly 20 to 30 minutes, but it could be longer now that it's a streaming service and not a regularly scheduled cartoon on Cartoon Network. So again, that's important to know, okay? So, according to a tweet from DC Young Justice, from DC, Young Justice will skew more adult to keep up with the characters as they age. So, again, it's going to be more adult than the past two seasons. We're going to get into that a little bit later, into more what that means. So don't go crazy just yet. Dynamic music partners have begun work on Season 3. So basically they're doing the sound design, I'm assuming. Voice work for episodes 15 and 16 have been completed. As far as I know, we don't know if any other ones have been completed, but that's roughly 10 episodes left, and I think that was in October that they announced that, so they're still working on it. Season 3 won't debut before October 2018, so It's definitely going to be in that last part of 2018 when it comes out, but it'll be well worth the wait. There will be new black outfits for Nightwing, Aqualad, Artemis, and Superboy. There's an image, and I'm going to put it in the video. Just different costumes, all black. And the new outfits have no superhero symbols on them. So that's important to note. And I'm actually going to read a quote that kind of goes into this because it was so much information. Just easier to read the quote. So, there are no telltale signs of, this is Nightwing, this is Black Lightning, that sort of thing. Following the tradition of the sort of covert ops aspect, the stealth missions that we've always had in the show, and looking at Dick Grayson's arc and where we left him, where he's like, I don't want to do this superhero thing. So then you can kind of see where that's going. So this is from comicbook.com, article by Jamie Levette, and the quote was from Philip Barraza. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, who is the lead character designer of Young Justice. So sorry if I butchered the last name, but looking at that, it looks like at least the older cast is kind of leaning away from being superheroes, at least after the death of Wally. I don't know where this is going to go. It could just be stealth outfits because in the other image that was released, Artemis does have another costume aside from an all-black one. So, who knows? We really don't know where this is going, but Dick Grayson looks like he's not wanting to be a superhero anymore. So, are they going with more of an Agent Grayson sort of vibe? I don't really know, but, we'll just have to wait and see where that goes. But that could be interesting. And looks like that team, the original team, with Superboy, oddly enough, but, he is older now. I don't even know if he'll be called Superboy anymore, but we'll see. They're going to be going on some covert missions, so that should be interesting. Show's return is credited to social media, vocal fans, and streaming binging services, mainly Netflix, gathering high views for the series. So yes, that was important, you guys. A lot of people are saying, no, it won't come back. Yeah, social media, the fans just begging and begging for years for it to come back, and, the binging. Let's see. So due to no longer having to follow the TV standards set by Cartoon Network, they are creatively allowed to delve into more adult themes and storylines, but no dramatic changes to the show will occur. So the series won't be a swear or gore fest, according to Brandon Vede, who is, again, one of the showrunners. And yes, that kind of follows up with the more adult theme. Basically, they're going to be allowed to do some more adult things with the series, but it's not going to be like having tons of sexual innuendos and swearing, extreme violence, stuff like that. So it's going to be more or less the same, just allowed to be a little bit more adult. Okay. So this is from the press release that came out in April 2017, and this has quite a bit of information about the plot. So we're getting into some plot-heavy stuff now. So from the press release, in the highly anticipated new season, the team faces its greatest challenge yet as it takes on meta-human trafficking and the terrifying threat it creates for a society caught in the crossfire of a genetic arms race spanning the globe and the galaxy. So that right there is an adult theme, folks. Meta-human trafficking. That's pretty adult. But again, it depends on where they're taking it. But I'm assuming it's mainly just for arms dealing, obviously. Because they're powerful, they're going to be used as soldiers. There's going to be multiple factions, I'm assuming. So that's interesting. And Greg Weisman followed up on this press release saying that since the Reach in Season 2 sort of revealed the meta gene, everyone is getting into the act. First world nations, third world nations, rogue nations, corporations, aliens from outer space. Everyone wants to weaponize the human race, and meta-human trafficking is the major thing that our characters are dealing with this season. So, with meta-human trafficking, like I said, multiple factions from multiple different people. That's going to make for some interesting storytelling and to see who exactly is going to be behind this. I wouldn't actually be surprised if Deathstroke got on this as well and possibly made a Teen Titans group. That'd be interesting. Not the traditional Teen Titans, but in the comic books, he did create his own version of the Teen Titans. So I could see him being one that would do something like that. Probably some other characters. I could definitely see Darkseid doing something like that. Speaking of Darkseid, Apocalypse will play a large role in Season 3, but in unexpected ways. So I don't know what that means, but that pretty much says, yeah, Darkseid's going to be in this season. Obviously, if you watch season 2, you know he's coming to season 3. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. The human trafficking, I mean, yeah, we have no clue what's going to happen. Expect some new superheroes to pop in here that are not in the press release. That's all I'm going to say. I'd say that we're probably going to see some really cool new superheroes in this, and possibly supervillains, because of how the plot's looking. Okay, so on top of that, Wiseman also hinted that the season would feature some elements from the current DC Comics Rebirth run. Yes. Thank you so much for doing this, and not the New 52, okay? So basically, if you guys don't know, the New 52 was a comic book reboot of DC that happened in, I believe it was 2011. And it basically happened in the middle of season 2. A lot of people said, well, there were some people, like Grace Randolph, she said that season 2, one of the reasons it got canceled was because it didn't follow the New 52. Well, good thing New 52 is over and it's time for DC Rebirth, which a lot of people really like, and they're incorporating some elements from it, but not completely changing it. So I'm pretty happy with this. DC Rebirth basically took DC back to being, the good old DC and not being super edgy and having a lot of continuity errors for the most part. So I'm happy with this. I'm curious to see what exactly they're going to do with this. So, DC Rebirth, a lot of people like it. Let's just see where it goes. And for Greg Weisman, the biggest difference has been the lack of the 3-act structure, because on a streaming service, there are no commercial breaks in the episodes. You know that despite still using it mostly by force of habit, this new paradigm sometimes changes the way they work. So he's referring to the way the episodes are made. Typically with cartoons and things that are 30 minutes, you have to follow that 3-act structure and, making commercial breaks and stuff like that. Now, if there's no commercial breaks, new forms of storytelling. If you look at shows that are binge-watching shows, basically shows that are released on streaming services, their acts, the episode structure, the length of the episodes, the number of episodes, it's all very different because they're allowed to do more of what they want, as opposed to being limited to commercial breaks and TV censorship and all that kind of stuff. So, again, it just opens up to be better for everybody. And it should be very interesting to see how that works. So, that is all the information that is new, and now we're getting into the cast of characters. Now, I already mentioned Darkseid, and he has to be in this series, in this season. So first we're going to get into the new characters. So, Sissy King-Jones will be Arrowette. And interestingly enough, she appeared in season 1, and she was like a 10-year-old girl in, I think it was episode 23 of season 1. So, Arrowette, a new character. Spoiler, who is more than likely going to be Stephanie Brown. I'm banking on it being Stephanie Brown. She is from Batman. She later on becomes Batgirl at one point, and she's a very popular character, and she is the love interest of Tim Drake. So, I could definitely see that blossoming in this season. And again, it'll give Tim Drake something to do. I'm all for it. I love Tim Drake. You guys know me. And we also have Tracy 13. And Tracy 13, I didn't know who this was, so I looked it up. Tracy 13 is from Superman comics, and she uses magic, and she is also a hero. She's also been on the Teen Titans, so young character, definitely going to be probably one of the new team members, or at least one of the ones that's trafficked. I don't know, but Tracy 13, she sounds interesting. I could see her being a pretty cool character. And Bash Bashford is also going to be in this season. Now, he is a very obscure character. He's from the Superboy comics. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what they do with him. But cool. More characters from the comic books that people don't know. Introducing them to a new audience. Awesome. Awesome stuff. That is exactly what I love about Young Justice. Okay, and now for the returning characters. Now, I'm going to list off the voice actors. Well, like the ones that they voice. That doesn't necessarily mean that their character is going to be in the season. But it pretty much, you can put 2 and 2 together. So, the confirmed voice actors of Nightwing, Kid Flash, Miss Martin, Artemis, Tim Drake Robin, or Toyman, he voices both, Queen Bee, Cheshire, Blue Beetle / Bane, Blue Beetle, we already know he's in the series, Superboy, Superman and Zatara and others. That would be the same voice actor voicing all of them. So Superboy's in it. More than likely, Superman's going to pop in. Zatara, who knows? But anyway, Aqualad, which is confirmed. Voice actor also voices Brick, Black Manta, and Black Lightning. I could definitely see Black Manta and Black Lightning coming back. Black Lightning being the mentor of Static. And also he's getting his new series, so he's definitely going to be a popular one. And Black Manta, Black Manta's awesome. They have to put Black Manta in this. And Barbara Gordon, who also voices Betty Kane, which is the original Batgirl, who then later becomes like the sidekick of Batwoman. If you guys noticed, Kane being the last name, she's related to Batwoman. So I'd say this is probably going to be Batgirl, but again, we don't know for sure. The most interesting one is obviously Kid Flash. Now, Kid Flash, as you guys know, is dead, like I already said. But Wally West, I could definitely see him coming back. I've mentioned this in several videos. I think that he is currently in the Speed Force, and he will return with new powers. And he'll probably be, that could be one of the rebirth elements that come into this season, where he comes back and he's faster and he becomes, I guess, like the Red Flash or whatever he is in the rebirth. Or he could just be another Flash. That he's become multiple different things aside from Kid Flash. So I'm interested to see where it goes. And then from the promo image, of course, we have Static. We have Impulse, who is the new Kid Flash. We have Robin. Now, we don't know if this is Tim Drake Robin or Damian. Given that the voice actor of Tim Drake is coming back, it could be Tim Drake, but again, we don't know. Tim Drake is definitely going to be in this season, though. I have a good feeling, but it could be Damian. It could be. We could have both Robins. That'd be awesome. As well as maybe Red Hood coming into the season. That'd be awesome. So we also have Wonder Girl, Spoiler, Blue Beetle. We have a mystery character who, I don't know who this is. It could be 13. That's my guess. It could be 13. Or it could be Arrowette. Or heck, it could be someone different. Who knows? Artemis, Arsenal, and Beast Boy. So we don't know where Red Arrow is. I'm assuming Red Arrow will be in this as well because he was a pretty good character. Beast Boy, of course, people love Beast Boy. So that is pretty much like the main cast along with some new ones. So that's pretty interesting. And that is all the info. My God, wow, this is going to be a long video. Sorry, but a lot of information. Please share this around. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I look to hopefully make some more videos and theories about this. And we'll just have to see what new information comes out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below and tell me how hyped you are for Season 3 and what your thoughts on the Outsider series is going to be. That's all I have for now. Catch you guys later.